Welcome back to Racing to Win. Straight into race number 9 now, which is a Class 2 over the 1400 metres. And at the top of the book is the Hong Kong Macau Trophy winner, Red Lion. The Golden Scenery carries an extra £10. Sylvester has his first start since October. We've also got a Telebagil. His last run was in the Derby. Flagship Warrior, Hood and the Cross over noseband off. Eremo pacifies with cowls off. Blinkers again. Sunny Stars back in trip. And Majestic Colours having his first run in Class 2. Good field, this one coming up here, Tom. Who sits where?
And the speed here should come from Sylvester, who has barrier number 8 for Luke Ferraris and could ping out in front of them. He is first up for 217 days. Majestic Colour will be handy from barrier 1, and then you've got Eremo, who was up near the pace last time out. Blinkers have been put back aboard Eremo. Red Line probably shouldn't be as far back as he was last time out, Paul, from barrier 10, and back towards the end you've got Galaxy Witness, but pace might be a little bit questionable as well.
Yeah, I think it will be maybe good, but maybe even good to slow with not really a lead. It depends what Majestic Colour wants to do on the inside, because he's a horse that has led in the past. Alex Lybold from barrier 1, he might just put a little bit of extra pace into it.
And that is the speed map for race number 9. We've got an interview with a trainer that's got 2 runners in the race. It's Nick with Frankie Law.
Frankie, race 9, you're well represented with a couple of runners. Sylvester is one of them, and Majestic Colour. If we could start with Sylvester, he's had a bit of time on the sidelines. Just talk us through what the problem was with him, hence he's had so much time off.
He have the second time heart problem, so we need to give him 6 months. And so after we just trial 2 times, he trial good, yeah.
On that heart irregularity, I mean, the fact he has had that now on a couple of occasions, I guess that then becomes a bit of a sort of a niggle in your mind, doesn't it, with a horse like him?
Yes. When you see the horse, you think he will race won a good race, and then he got a problem. You can see, oh, he won bad. So you think he will have a problem, heart or the bleed. So he, at that time, he's already have a 2 times heart problem. So.
Yeah, one of those things, I guess. Obviously, you try and deal with it. Let's talk about his form, because his form overall is pretty good. We've only seen him a limited couple of times this season, but that form is quite strong, isn't it, with a horse like him?
Yeah, 1400, I think is his best distance, so that's why I just put him in the 1400 also.
He's raced well fresh in the past. I know he's never won, but do you think he's a better horse to try and catch fresh?
I think so, yeah. Every time when he first start, he won good, usually, yeah.
Luke Ferraris rides him. He's ridden him a couple of times as well. I guess you've been quite impressed with his riding recently as well, haven't you? Luke's been riding really well.
Yeah, he won 1 time, finished second. He won good, yeah. So, podium also.
You've also got Majestic Colour in the race, Frankie. Now, he's having a first go in Class 2, but he has got a light weight.
Yes. You know, every time in Class 3, he carry big weight, so he's not a strong horse, so maybe Class 2 lightweight should be better for him.
You put the blinkers on him last time as well. They'll stay on once again.
Yeah. In Australia, he used blinkers. But when he arrived to Hong Kong, he's usually in the morning, he's a little bit keen, so that's why I use riser. And now I think we need to change. I think we use 1 or 2 times already, blinkers. I
know you love a good barrier, Frankie. He's drawn in stall number 1, so that's not a bad thing, is it?
Yeah, it's good. Usually, you can see a few times he's outside draw, make me headache, but now go up to Class 2, got a good draw, I think should be easier, yeah.
Just overall, 2 decent chances, you think, in this race? I mean, it's not an easy race, is it? But, I mean, your 2 horses certainly have chances.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
From Frankie, we move on straight to Red Lion here, Paul. Now, he was very good last time on a very rain-affected track, as you can see, but for the class drop, he has to carry an extra £19. The Golden Scenery wasn't as sharp here. Are you putting that down to the wet track?
I am, actually. I don't think he really copped the track at all. There's a lot of horses that will come out of this meeting, I think will improve on these runs. Look, Red Lion, he's won on top of the ground, so it wasn't really the ground for him. It was maybe just the margin really flattered him because of the ground. He's got to carry top weight with a wide draw. That just concerns me a little bit.
Yeah, he had a wide run in transit there, but it didn't matter. That was the best place to be in the end for a Red Lion. So things are not sort of set up here as ideally as they were last time out for him in the Hong Kong Macau Trophy.
Zach Purton, 3 rides for 2 wins, and that's where he currently sits for the season, Tom.
Yeah, he's sitting on 138, striking at 23.71 as a win rate there. He's got super bonus in the Griffin race, hit the shot over 2,000 metres, fingers crossed, Class 5. Stoltz down the straight. Trust me for Dennis Yip, Circuit Mighty, who's carrying top weight. Simple Hedger last start winner, Romantic Warrior, of course. Red Lion, Supreme Lucky, he's got the ride there, and Helene Feeling in the last race, Paul.
His rides get better as the day goes on, don't they? I think his best ride's coming up later in the card.
So there's Red Lion and Zach Purton. Tom, we move on now to Galaxy Witness running second over the 1,400 metres. This is going back 5 starts because it's the same grade on the turf.
Yeah, and this is his go, 1,400 metres. Obviously, Connections were keen to try the Derby, but this is really his pet distance, and he's got a great chance, I think, here. Barrier number 11, he probably has to go back from that, but comes off a run on the All Weather. But if he brings this sort of form, Paul, he's going to go very close here.
Yeah, it was a nice run and a strong field as well. So he just needs the pace on. That just concerns me a little bit. But look, you're right. I think 1,400 metres, he's a 2-time winner over the distance.
Some all-weather form now. Paul Eremos has a win and a second next to his name from his last 2 outings, and he's a 3-time winner on the turf over this trip.
Yeah, so look, the turf holds no problems for him as well, and I thought it was a strong win. He sort of found some good form. He beat Adderfield here, who we know is a really good horse on the surface. So look, I think Eremo's going nicely at the moment. Barrier 6, he should get a good run as well.
As Mark said, enjoys course and distance. Of course, was runner-up in the Havana race, came out and won and absolutely hacked up here on the all-weather. So he's racing in really good form at the moment. He's a big chance.
And our final replay, Tom, is at Flagship Warrior. Now, he finished down the track in the Derby last time. He has had 3 trials since then, and this one on the 19th of May.
Yeah, so he's coming to the 1,400 metres is Flagship Warrior, and the gear's coming off. Didn't mind his trials coming into this. It's been 70 days since he's had a race day start, and he actually has never tried the 1,400 metres. He's won over 12 and 1,500 overseas, Paul.
Yeah, and look, and he did win his one race in Hong Kong fresh as well, and he'll be in that state.
Good race, quite an even race too, with the change in the weights for a few of them. Who did you settle on?
Yeah, I'm going to go for one. Hopefully he's going to start at double figures here in Sylvester. I think he can lead. I don't think his stablemate will take him on, and if he gets an easy lead, he can win. Red Lion's obviously got plenty of good form. Eremo and the Golden Scenery, 3-1-8-2.
Do certainly like Galaxy Witness in this race for Casper Founds, and Karis Teton, 8 Eremo, 6 Flagship Warrior and 1 Red Lion, 5, 8, 6 and 1.